All right, now to the Red River Gorge for this week's Erica Explores. Yes, I know, a day late because I was still off yesterday, but Joe and I spent the weekend there celebrating our 10-year anniversary.
Animals in tow, I'm
yes,
sure.
they were.
Yeah. All right, so you begin with Copperas Falls here. Tell us about that.
So earlier this hour, I told you about the really strenuous hike. This was it. It says like 4 miles out and back. What they don't tell you is that it's like jumping over down trees and logs and crossing the creek like 20 times. But this is the payoff because look how stunning. This has been on my bucket list since I literally moved to Kentucky, and so I'm so glad that I got to see it in person. Strenuous hike for sure, but the beautiful waterfall is what you get there. And then next up, this is Chimney Top Trail. So this is sort of that beautiful overlook. This one's that short, mostly paved hike, which was, you know, kind of a relief because after day one of hiking, we were a little pooped out. But very pretty. We took Tito on this one. Poor little Barley, the senior dog that we have who's 16. Man,
you
he
gotta
had
pace yourself with that. Pick and choose your
poor
battles,
baby.
right?
He slept all day on Saturday. He was so whipped. Okay, so from this trail, it's a short hike over to Princess Arch, which is another really stunning area that you can check out there. And so we did take the other dogs here, and then you see right here, this is the Princess Arch. So you've got that viewpoint. You can walk actually over the arch itself. Just another really great hike that was pretty short. And then this takes us to Creation Falls. This is the Rockbridge Trail.
How cold was that water?
Very cold.
Well, I mean, you know, he's just a Coast Guard, so
I know. He was fine with
he can probably handle it.
And he got right in. But what's funny is our dog Tito, the bigger dog that we took there, he does not normally like water, but we found out that we think now he just doesn't like deep water. So the shallow stuff like the creeks, he was like in and out, in and out. No problem. Anything deeper than like, you know, chest high, he's like, no, thank you. But just an incredible trip out there.
Well,
so much fun.
And as we mentioned prior to first weather, you know, a lot of people think of the gorge and they naturally think of Natural Bridge.
Right.
And all that's great, but there's just so many different places you can cover, and it's not only, as you mentioned, a great day trip, but you can go for a couple of days and you don't have to drive for hours on end, and you literally can unplug and just be away from everything.
Truly.
And you know, the quiet and silence. Yeah, you run into some other people, I'm sure, every once in a while, but just to be able, and that's just all kind of right here in our backyard.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we got to check this out. I really encourage people, if they've never had a chance to do it, there are definitely short hikes. So if you're like, oh, I'm not doing a 5-mile hike, you can do some of the short ones. They've got paved ones. There is a path for literally everyone out there to check out.
Yeah, it's kind of like skiing from the Bunny Slope to the Black Diamond.
That's right.
A little bit of everything for everybody. Well, glad you had fun. Looks great.
Thanks.